Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah Wallace, and this is my lesson plan template. And I chose to do third grade for the subject math, and the topic is telling time. The approximate length of this lesson is 45 minutes, and it follows the standards for third grade, telling time in writing to the nearest minute, and measuring time intervals in minutes. And the children should be able to solve world problems involving addition and subtraction of time intervals in minutes. And they should be able to do this using a number line. After this lesson, students will be able to solve their own world problems using these methods, write and tell time to the nearest minute, use visual supports and compare length of time intervals, and explain their reasoning behind their work. And the I can statement is I can use visual aids and technology resources to calculate time intervals and using addition and subtraction. My class context consists of 25 third graders. One child has an IEP in math and reading, and another has an IEP for speech and language development, and 2 children have a 504 plan due to ADHD. And 6 children in the class are English learners, and these children benefit from visual aids. So I am teaching this because the students in my class have already been practicing the understanding of time intervals, and the classroom is stocked with student Chromebooks and technology in order to assist them further in their investigations. And students have also been having practice with maneuvering and manipulating this technology. Some vocabulary words that we're going to touch on is time, minute, time interval, and duration. The research-based strategies that I'm utilizing and implementing in my lesson are visual aids, teacher modeling, interactive technology, and differentiation according to students' needs and what tools they need. The main source of technology that I'm using is the website Seesaw. I've never personally used this website, but I did learn a lot about it here at my time at Del Tech, and it sounds like a great resource to utilize for a lesson like this. So the other materials you'll need are just the Seesaw app or just the technology present, schedule template, number line visual, clock visuals, which these will be on the website, vocabulary slide, and interactive whiteboard to model for your students. So I'm gonna hook my students or get them interested in the lesson by asking them, how can we tell time using a number line? And what if we could tell how long it is, or how long we have to wait until we eat lunch, or how many minutes we have to wait until recess? I would give my students a time, such as it's 11 o'clock now and lunch is at 11:30, and then I want them to turn and talk to their partners and discuss and share their ideas with the class on how long it might be until we have to wait for lunch, or any strategies that they might use to find that answer. And then I'm going to tell them that I have a trick to show them how to find time on a number line so they will never have to guess about telling time again. And that's what we would get started with our whole group instruction, and this is where I would model to my students. Using Seesaw, I would have a number line up or use the drawing feature to put the number line up for them to see. And I would model with jumps on a number line a problem, such as I start at 10 and jump to 10:15, and that's 15 minutes. If we jump from 10:15 to 10:30, that's another 15 minutes. Altogether, a time interval of 30 minutes. And I would complete the modeling and whole group instruction by showing students how to record their results using the audio recording feature on Seesaw. So the students get to interactively create their number line jumps, and then they also get to record the results, so they gain their understanding in that area as well. So then I would do my small group instruction for below level, on level, and above level, and it's just differentiated a little bit for each. For instance, the below level group would be given a pre-constructed number line and then guided support from the teacher while they're dragging and drawing their jumps. And then I would instruct them to record their findings utilizing the audio recording feature, assisting them when needed. The on-level group, it would look a little bit the same, but they will be supplied with a given number line that they will read independently, and then students will, again, independently draw or drag their jumps using Seesaw, and then they can record their audio to record their results, or they can also physically type their answers. For the above level group, students will be tasked with creating their own number line problem. Students will draw a number line and then related time sequence to go with the problem, and students will solve their problem by showing their work on the number line and then record their explanations. So each group gets a little bit more independent. And then finally, for independent practice, for about 15 minutes, students will work through pre-made slides on Seesaw and complete the tasks that go along with each student. The students will have a short video to watch with teacher modeling the process. They will then go in and practice pre-made number lines. Students will then work to make and solve a blank number line. And finally, students will share their results using the audio feature. Some accommodations that I have in my lesson in differentiation. We have pre-constructed number lines in the audio feature, and this can support students with IEP in math and reading because it kind of takes away that need to read or type things out on their own. For the speech IEP, also the audio recording benefits those students and helps them be a little bit more confident in their work. For the 504 plan, we have the interactive and hands-on learning. The instructions are short and simple and guided. And then for the ELL, we have visual features and the audio features. And again, they can have the ability to speak rather than write. So for my closure, to tie the lesson together or to talk about my next steps, I will just give students time to reflect upon some of their peers' number line work and prompt the students to show or share how the jumps represent time intervals and how we can use them to find answers. I will present them with an exit ticket they must solve, which is a final number line problem, so that I can check their understanding on our lesson. And for students who seem to be struggling with a concept, they will receive continued support through simple number line instruction, and students should have reached mastery in the skill to move on to more challenging tasks, such as creating their own daily schedule. So this can be something the students who have reached mastery can be tasked with next. And for assessments, I chose before lesson, we have a formative assessment of checking the students' understanding during whole group instruction. During lesson, summative assessment, and we can check the students' work during the lesson and watch how they construct and manipulate their number lines. And students' answer and audio responses will be used to gauge what the students understand and what they will need to work on. And after lesson, they will be presented with the exit ticket. And then below, although I have not done this lesson, it's just a little reflection about some things that I think might need to be changed or some things that I think students might struggle with possibly. So, such as not all children these days know how to tell time, so that might be something I have to touch on before the lesson as a pre-lesson activity. But that is my lesson. Thank you for watching, and I enjoy watching each of yours as well. Thank you.